Hey everybody, Chris here, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview of Rouvy, one of the virtual cycling platforms. It's not going to be a massive in-depth look, but we'll have a quick look at what's going on. So I've got the screen, I've also got a bit of recording for me. Don't know why you would want to look at that, because to get the sound levels right I'm doing it without the fan, so it is super hot in here, but we're going to go for it anyway. So got it set up on my Apple TV. Got my bike on my smart trainer, and there's two different kind of modes you can use on Rouvy. So there's the AR and the non-AR, and we'll go through each of them. So let's start by trying the AR mode, which is the good mode. So let's go ahead and select a course, and mine are recommended here. Yeah, so let's see what I favorited. Okay, yeah, so here IRONMAN Canada, nice, let's try that one. And yeah, we can just hit start here. So it's pretty good at pairing sensors straight out of the box. So it's paired my heart rate and my smart trainer, it's already set that up. And the way that Rouvy works is, so something like Zwift creates a virtual world, whereas Rouvy, they go out and I think they film it, and but then they add in you as a virtual cyclist. So I'll just hop on the bike here and do a teeny bit of cycling, and you can see what's going on. So all of this start banners and stuff are augmented reality. So it's kind of a video of the thing, but they've added in these sections. I'll just go cycling off. I'm going to go too hard because I'll drown in my own sweat without the fan. And it's pretty realistic in terms of you can see, you know, it's like a real video, but then you're on the road as well. And I can see me, I can see my watts per kilogram. And then we've got the timer in the top center. At the bottom we've got the course profile. And we can see me, which is the little blue circle. That's me moving across it. And I think that green circle might be other riders. There's loads of courses on Rouvy, so on something like Zwift, you might have 10,000 riders all in Watopia, but there's only like 3 worlds. Whereas Rouvy, everything's available the whole time, so you don't see many other people, but you get all of the choice. Let's talk about what else is on the screen. So just above the course profile is how far I've gone, how far I've coming up, and then on the left hand side, so moving up, I've got the riders around me. I can see that there is someone else in front of me. And then above that, I have the current profile. So the course is divided into these little segments. And every time the segments are separated, the gradient will change slightly. So right now I'm on a 1.5%. Now I've gone up to 1.6. I'm going to change again now. 1.4. And we can see we've got a slightly longer segment coming up, and that's going to be a 1.2. And then above that I've got all my stats. So I've got my power output and power zone, and then I think that's my watts per kilogram. And then just below that I've got my heart rate and my heart rate zone. I've got my cadence, and I've got my speed. And there's a ton of these virtual worlds. And the nice thing about Rouvy, if I just grab my remote here, is I can go ahead, and if I'm bored, I can just drop somewhere else. So I know there's a lovely lake here. Ah, yeah, there we go, nice. So I'm just going to drop myself there next to the lake, and then I'm going to keep cycling. and obviously left Jaris 57 far behind, so they're moving faster than me. But it does mean that if you want to do half a course now and half a course later, because a lot of them are like Ironman courses and they're 90 kilometers long, maybe you don't want to do an entire 3-hour indoor cycling ride. So you can just drop yourself in halfway and everything's fine. And here I am cycling along this lovely lake at IRONMAN Canada. So that's that. Now let's also let's go do a climb. So again, I'm just going to pick myself up here, drop myself. Oh, gets a bit sensitive. Yeah, I think I had it. Ah! Why won't it be less sensitive? So close. There we go. Cool. So, that's perfect. We're right at the foot of this climb now. If I can get clipped into my shoes again. And as you can see, the colour's changing and it's going to a serious gradient. I'm just going to drop down a bit here. On 3.8 at the moment, still a nice yellow segment. You can see we're moving into this orange segment as we come up the hardest climb on this 40k course. And we can see every segment now is just going to get steeper. Oh, this is a sweaty experience. There we go, up to 7.9. It's going to get worse before it gets better. 9.5. 11. Oh. Who would make a triathlon course like this? In fact, this segment's just going to stay at 11. I feel like I've shown you this bit now, where you can't back out in the middle of a climb. Let's just get up to past the hard bit here. And then we can see levels off and goes back to a nice yellow. Let's go see what else we can find. So if we explore the other options, go back up here, I can get a map view if I want, but who would want that? If I go to menu, I can end my ride. Oh, apparently I can't end my ride. Why doesn't it like that? Ah, there we go. End training. Finish. And then it gives the standard stats of whatever you've done in that zone. You can rate the course if you want. You can add it to your favourites. I've already added it to my favourites because it's got a nice course. And so let's go and change and see what else they've got. So yeah, let's go down here. So for example, you might want to look at Ironman events. Find out all the different Ironman ones they've got. Cycling Unlimited, UK cycling events. You want to do some of the stages from, oh, where are we? There we go. La Vuelta. Nice, some serious climbs there if you like your climbs. And in fact, they have a whole category of climbs if you want to do some hard ones. So the other thing you can do is that, so that's the AR mode but there's also a non-AR mode. So for example, if I have a whole video on the outlaw triathlon, let's say you're going to do the outlaw triathlon, and Rouvy haven't done an AR for that, but because the GPX data is uploaded, you can actually go and do these courses. Now, they don't look anywhere near as good. Let's start this and I'll show you. And let's just move me somewhere more interesting. That will do. Okay, so this map view is how it looks the whole time with non-AR courses. So these are ones that Rouvy hasn't done. They've got, Rouvy talk about having like 3 million kilometers of road or something. And the reason they do that is because you can upload the GPX data and it'll just give you this map and it will simulate the gradient and show you your thing moving. But it's, as you can see, nowhere near as good as the augmented reality. It's not terrible if you want to preview a course and kind of, you know, you go into Outlaw and you're thinking, I know there's one climb in there that's a bit scary, should I try that? You can check it out and do it on Rouvy, but it is this, so it's not super amazing, but it's, you know, it's something. I don't know what, but it is something. Let's see if there's anything else cool that we want to have a quick look at here. Probably not. So we can look at sensors. Obviously I've got everything paired there, again like others. And they do some events. Got my stats there. Well, let's just end this training. So yeah, let's see what else we can find. That's me, I can edit my little dude. Okay, if we go down to here, we can go onto the events and we can see all of the current events that are going on. I haven't tried any of the events, but yeah, so don't know what they're about. Can't add anything useful there. Let's flip it back to roots. So that's a quick introduction to Rouvy and how it compares to something like Zwift. It's really nice to see real courses and see some of the detail, and you kind of get a feel for the road. Doesn't, in my experience, have the same atmosphere as Zwift where you've got loads of people, but it does have a more realistic feel because you get the gradients. And if you want to go and check out a course and you're happy with map view, then that's really useful as well. So that's Rouvy. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you found this video useful, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're into cycling, into triathlon, then hit the subscribe button because that's what my channel is all about, and I would love to see you in another video.